there. Hi there, everybody. Hope you're there. Welcome to Spiritual Expansion Series 3. I'm just going to put the question and answers on. Sorry, I may not have put those on. So if you'll join me, just please feel free to say hello in the chat box. So anyway, last time we talked about the energy centers that are inside us, and the color is a rainbow, and that creates a wonderful rainbow that is who we are, and in light. So this week we're actually talking about the energy around us, around ourselves, and around other things as well, but we'll talk about us first. So if you miss the other programs, just drop me a line and an email, lindawoodgate@live.com, and I'll send you the links to the previous programs. But they are on YouTube under Spiritual Expansion as well. So you have two ways of getting to see the programs. So I'd just like you at the moment to just spend a moment just linking in to all the people and yourself. Just spend a moment just being aware of your breathing. And forget all the stresses and strains of the day. Leave them all behind. Just take your focus to yourself and your body and your breathing and my voice. And leave all the cares, concerns, just let them sit on the road, or let them sit away from you at this time, just for the few moments. This, as always, this program is for you to have some special time for you. And the spiritual expansion is about the invisible bodies that are, to some, that are around us, in the plants, in the trees. And also it can be things like stress, anxiety. They're also invisible, but they're very, very real to the person concerned. So some of the work and some of the things we've been talking about, we'll take that into account as well. So we talked about 7 energy centers, and yes, there are more. And yes, people will say there are a lot more. And that's okay. Some of the information I'm giving you is from all different types of books, readings, experiences, and each one will have its own belief system. And each book will give you maybe information that is slightly different. This really is to inspire you to go and read a little bit more, to understand a little bit more about you, to understand a little bit more about your energy centers and how they affect you, and how the invisible world around you affects you and other people, and how you're affected by other people and affected by yourself as well. So if you imagine around you, we're just going to talk about you at the moment. People call it your aura, your etheric bodies. It all has very, very different names, and that's okay. We're just going to call it your aura, which is the combination word of what is around you. And so if you imagine an upside down egg, it's probably the easiest way to describe the aura that is around you. And so it's well over the top of your head, and it's well underneath your feet. And in that shape is 7 different levels, or 7 bodies, energy bodies that are around you within your aura. As I said, this is just one belief system. So there is one that is very close to you, the etheric body, which is like a blueprint. This is your blueprint. And there is lots of interesting comments from different people about what came first, the matter or the etheric body. I'm not going into discussions on that at this moment. So the etheric body is exactly that, a blueprint of your body. And so it will change and expand to be with you, with your body. So that's the one that actually follows your contours. And as we move out, we talk about the PEMS, which is the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. So the physical, of course, is this. Then there is a couple of layers of emotion. And then there are 3 lines of energy, which is to do with your mental body or your conscious, subconscious, superconscious minds, if you want to call them that. And then your spiritual side, which could be your soul, in other words. So we have this wonderful 7 levels of energy around us constantly, always, never goes anywhere. And they are variant in colours. Sometimes it's the rainbow that comes out from your centre. And I say sometimes only because people think they're sometimes different. So if you imagine, not only is there a rainbow down through your energy centres, there could be a rainbow that goes out from the centre of your being as well. These feelings, these sensations, these experiences, these energetic bodies that are around you are subtle energies that are aware of what's going on around you and inside you and affected by your moods. So for instance, if you were happy, your energy field around you would actually project that you feel happy. Let's give you an example. Let's just say you go to a party, okay? And when you get in there, not only will you and your physical body scan the room, but also your energetic body will look for like-minded energy or like-feeling energy in that room. You know, sometimes you're attracted to somebody and think, oh, I'll start the conversation over there, or that seems to work for me. If you're going into a place where you don't know anybody, you will look around to see if there's somebody who looks kindly, friendly, cheery, that you feel brave enough to go and talk to, or feel you can start the conversation there. That's because your energy connection has already helped you make that decision, believe it or not. And when you go into a room, for instance, and you go in and you think, oh, there's been a bit of an argument here, or this is a really lovely place. You go into that cafe because it's got a really nice feel about it. Even though the furniture might be old, it still has a nice feel about it. Say, for instance, when you come across people, some people you get on with, some people you don't. And some people say your aura is affected by other people. Say, for instance, I give you an example of me going into the supermarket, and I go along, and my aura for me, and we'll practice some of it later, is clean and clear as much as I can be, and I'm feeling happy. And as I walk through the supermarket and go to come out, I feel quite sort of, oh, what happened there? And one of the things is, as you walk around the supermarket, you may well pick up on other people's energy fields, especially when you get to the checkout counter, because people there will maybe worry or get anxious or get concerned that, have they done the shopping right? Did they buy everything? Do they have the money to spend? Will my card work? Do I have the cash? What happens if my card doesn't work? Can I still buy the shopping? Have I bought too much? Have I over budgeted? All those things could be going through people's heads, which leave a version of energy around the area of the checkout counter. And maybe the lady is a bit grumpy as well, who is serving you. So when you come out, your mood may easily have changed because you've been affected by other people. And maybe also where you work. Somebody you work with, it just doesn't work for you because you get agitated and exasperated by them. And it's because your energy fields may not match, or you may be grumpy, or they may be grumpy, so their energy field isn't clear. Now, summer, especially now coming up to the stressful season, there will be a lot of people who are agitated, whether they've got the right money, bought the Christmas presents, bought all the presents of the right people, the invitations that are out there, the family commitments, all those things will affect you, how you feel and how your aura is. And if you're apprehensive and you meet someone else who's apprehensive, you will also feel that quite strongly. One of the things now is that we're becoming quite sensitive to energies around us. And so we pick up, if you like, for want of a better phrase, how people feel quite quickly. And if we're not careful, we become that agitated person, or hopefully that happy person, because it rubs off on us quite well. So how do we actually deal with that? How do we get to know who we are in amongst all those things, in amongst those feelings and sensations and experiences as we go around the shops, invitations, etc. So we want to keep ourselves very centered, very here in our own body, and knowing the feelings that we have, and that the feelings are ours and they're not someone else's. It's not that we need to protect ourselves, because that sounds as if it's going to be dangerous, but it's more about being aware of your own energy field and how it is, and knowing your own energy field, so that when something happens to you, you know it's not yours, or that you can actually respond from a safe place of your energy field and how it is, and that you're not reacting because somebody else is, I don't know, crept into your aura, if you like. So depending on how you feel with your emotional side and your mental side and your spiritual side, which is, if you like, the outside of the egg. And as we know, what we think we become. And so that does affect your energy field. And you heard people talk about energy suckers, or when you've gone to see somebody and you come away and you go, oh, I'm drained completely every time I see that person. So all those things that happen to us at times, we can actually work with, we can be aware of them and help ourselves. So there's a couple of exercises that I'd like to give you to help that idea, so that you can actually be clear for yourself. So one of those is to actually have a breathing exercise, but also I call it the golden bubble. And that's in the center of your chest. So just like you to just close your eyes for a moment and imagine in the center of your chest is this most beautiful golden orb. It is magical, and it sits there. It's like filigree and see-through. And I'd like you to see that orb expand. And as it expands, as if your body is hollow, it expands to way beyond your fingertips, way over the top of your head and underneath your feet. And as it expands, it takes with it any thoughts, feelings, and sensations that no longer serve you, that belong to somebody else maybe, or for you to clear your energy field. So your intent when you expand your golden bubble is to have a clear, neutral sensation and experience for yourself. So the very thought of using that golden bubble for yourself, just see it expanding, see it going through you, and see that it goes beyond your fingertips. And so the nice feeling of that golden orb, that golden bubble, is that you can actually get that golden bubble out anytime you like. It doesn't take ages. You can take ages, and that feels so special. But there are also times when you can actually flick it out quite quickly. So, and that helps you clear your energy field. So the other exercise that I'd like to give you, so you can use that golden bubble anywhere, anytime, any place, for yourself, so that you can feel clear, and also that breathing exercise, just focusing on yourself for just those few seconds, helps you come to the center of your being, and so that you can actually respond rather than react, which is so much better for you and everybody around you. So what I'm going to do now is another lovely exercise. And what I want you to imagine is that we're going to draw a line from underneath your feet, right up the back, up to over the top of your head and down your front. And then we're going with that line up the left-hand side, over the top of your head and down the right-hand side. And we're just going to use the colors of the rainbow. So this is like a rainbow egg, and you just see it filling in as it expands. So every time we do a color, we just do it on the outside of the previous color. Okay, so we'll start with red and we'll move right the way out to purple. Okay, so I'd like you just to close your eyes again, and I'd like you just to imagine now that we're going to do this as you breathe in and breathe out as well. Okay, so I want you to focus on the underneath your feet. Breathe in and feel that red color coming up over the top of your head. And as you breathe out, feel it coming down and joining underneath your feet. Take the next breath in and see that red color coming up the left-hand side of you, over the top of your head and down the right-hand side of you. And it completes that red color is all around you in that beautiful egg shape that we talked about before. So the whole of your body is sitting in this red egg at this time. So move your visual ideas, imagination out just a little bit. I'm going to start underneath the feet, and this time it's orange. So breathe in orange up the back, and breathe out orange down the front. Breathe orange up the left-hand side and orange down the right-hand side. And see that beautiful orange color surround you now, however it works for you. And yellow is the next color, so breathe in from underneath your feet, over the top of your head, that yellow. Breathe out the yellow down underneath your feet and down the front of you. And breathe in the left-hand side, up over the top of your head, and breathe down the right-hand side. And take a breath and feel that yellow filling out around you now. And when you next breathe in up the back from your feet, green, up to the top of your head, and breathe out, green, down the front. And when you next breathe in green, up your left-hand side and down your right-hand side. And just fill in that beautiful green and feel that green around you. You're now in these beautiful layers of an upside down egg, which was very comfortable and clear. And so now as you breathe in again, it's the sky blue up the back of you, over the top of your head, and breathe out down the front. Breathe in the blue to your left, over the top of your head and down to your right hand side underneath your feet, and feel that sky blue filling in that area. Breathe in now, the indigo blue, up from your feet, over the top of your head, down your front. Breathing out, and now breathe in, up through the left hand side, and over the top of your head, breathe out, down the right hand side. You now have this amazing indigo blue that surrounds you. And now one more breath. Take a nice deep breath in and feel that beautiful purple color come up through your back, over the top of your head. Breathe out with it coming down your front. Breathe in, up the left hand side and down the right hand side. And now complete that purple egg. So you have these wonderful 7 eggs around you of beautiful colors. And now I'd like you to just go just a little bit further out. And now we're going to put a lovely golden shape around you. So breathe in that gold up your back to the top of your head, and breathe out down the front. And breathe up to the left hand side and down the right hand side. And now see yourself in this beautiful, stunning golden color that surrounds you. What I'd like you to do now is as if you're going to burst the eggs, if you like, or the feelings, so that they start to actually work the whole of you. So see the colors as if you've actually sent a golden burst from the center of your chest to the gold that's outside, and see all the colors mixing together, creating you, creating who you are, what you are, and where you are. Just be in that feeling, that wonderful feeling. And knowing this is called a rainbow breath, knowing that it is a cleansing idea as well. So you could take a deep breath, and if you've closed your eyes, you could open them now. And know that you could use that any time. It is a really nice, calming, colourful way of clearing your aura and clearing how you feel, so that you feel strong and comfortable and confident to face the stresses and strains of the next part of the festive season. So I hope that's helped you with some exercises, and hopefully you'll be able to do them. Now understand a little bit more about your aura and be much more aware of how people affect you. And remember, you have choice how these people affect you. And you can take care of your aura. And you can decide what people are allowed to drain you or not. That friend who drains you when you go around and see them, maybe you have time to do the rainbow breath before you get there, or even the bubble, so that you keep your energy for you, because that's most important. It's like the air hostess tells you, you know, put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then help others. And that is so true, especially now. Take care of you, which is the most important person on the planet, is you. Although sometimes you feel other people are. But if you're well, you're happy, and you're content and comfortable with yourself, then the ripple effect around your family will be amazing, around your friends, around your work colleagues. And remember, what people say about you is not your business. Nothing, it's not your business. Your business is to just feel good about yourself. I wish you well, and have a wonderful, happy day, night, morning, or evening. Remember to live, laugh, and love your moments. And thank you for joining me, and take care. Bye for now.